Hi guys, I'm Daddy Freeze, convener of the Free the Sheeple movement and leader of the Free Nation in Christ. I greet you and I bring glad tidings. So I was meant to have addressed this story a while ago. Unfiltered Moral, how are you doing? I was meant to have addressed this topic a while ago, but I got busy and I got lazy, and your calls kept coming in. Nekaspiff, how are you doing? I never got to address it, so it's better late than never. I want us to have this conversation. Let me say a word of prayer before we start. Heavenly Father, I thank you for giving us the opportunity to gather in your name. I ask for your wisdom to be poured upon this generation. I ask for your love and your direction, your healing and your mercy, and your truth to shine upon us. In Yahushua's name I pray. Amen. You see, I could go all biblical on you and start quoting scripture upon scripture, Deuteronomy 14:22-26. I can start sharing you scriptures that will invalidate the tithing doctrine like this. But Abel DAMINA did not use scriptures this time. He used logic. And I want to follow Abel DAMINA's path. I want us to use our sense. Abel DAMINA said he was just coming back from Qatar or one Middle Eastern country, and they were doing so well and nobody pays tithe there. How do we ignore the truth, the reality, and hold on to fables? I sat down with somebody yesterday and I asked him, this tithe that you've been paying that has been working for you, how did you start paying tithe? She said her mother introduced her to it, and ever since it has been working for her. I said, okay, very good. Where's your mother now? In the village. What does she do? She's retired. How does she feed? Her children gather money and send to her. I said, look at the person that is giving you financial advice. Stop taking financial advice from your parents if you are the one feeding them. It's either they did not take their own advice or the advice is useless. I say this to people all the time. Respect and honor your parents does not mean they should give you advice on world issues that they have little or no understanding of because of lack of exposure. God bless you, Paula. Gorgeous Paula. Sentiments. I was watching a video today on Tunde Ednot's page about a guy who was telling a story of how he built, he saw the big house in the background, and then his friend was wasting money, so his friend eventually bought his friend's land, and if you want to be a billionaire, you build houses, and everybody in the world says, yeah, and I was like, hey, this is not how to be a billionaire. This is the wrongest route to go to billionaire. You build a big house. Unless it was Julius Berger or Berger that built that house for you. Even the third Milan bridge that they built, you see how many times they maintain it every year. Unless it was Julius Berger that built that house for you. Every 10 years, you will spend 10 to 20% of the value of the house remodeling and renovating it. A house you live in is a potential money pit. Don't get me wrong, you have to have a house. You must have a house. It is good you own your own house because your property gives you stability. Even though that is questioned today, because people that they demolish their houses, how stable are they? Your property gives you stability. A landlord cannot wake up and tell you, I don't want you in my house anymore. A landlord cannot wake up and change the rent from 500,000 naira to 1.2 million naira and say you must pay 2 years in advance. So you get stability. But that you think you made an investment, you have missed it. Let me tell you, investment, land banking. You go and buy land where now it is speculation. It's like buying Bitcoin. Property and Bitcoin are equal in risk factor. Land is not less risky than Bitcoin. No. They are on the same risk level. Because you have to now know and guess which land is going to be of value in the future. Some people went to buy land and believed that this was going to be the future, and it continued degenerating into the village that it is today, and the land is worth nothing. While some people bought 50,000 naira land, and today that land is worth almost 1 billion. I don't know if I'm connecting with you. So just the way you will buy a coin, and like I know somebody that bought Ethereum 3 years ago at $3,000. Ethereum only crossed that $3,000 again this year. So for 3 years, that person's money has been hanging in limbo. I don't know if I'm connecting with you. But that is what you, if you sit down with these people, you ask them, how do you get the advice that if you buy land you'll be rich, if you build houses you'll be rich? I got the advice from my parents. And I say this to you, if you are feeding your parents in old age, stop collecting financial advice from them. Because obviously, they didn't get their finances right. Second thing you want to take when it comes to financial advice, number 2, very important. Somebody tells you, oh, I bought real estate and that's why I bought so much land, blah, 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 blah. Ask them, where's the source of the money? If na Yahoo, you know they do Yahoo. If na law practice, person a billionaire lawyer from his law practice made billions, was able to invest in property, ask for that original source. Because if you are not a lawyer, where do you get your own billion naira that you want to use to buy the plenty property? Somebody said a pastor stood on his pulpit and spoke of how he became a billionaire and people were tapping into his anointing. Are you collecting tithe? Are you collecting seed? Are they sowing offering to you? Are you collecting offering? Are they sowing seed to you? If the answer is no, you cannot say this person bought land of 3 million and the land is now worth 50 million. Did you have 3 million at the time that he was spending that 3 million? You think 3 million then was beans? My father bought car in 1982 at 7,000 naira, brand new. Tear rubber, now we tear the nylon for house. 7,000 naira. That 7,000 naira, you imagine that everybody go get car. People will not get car, plenty past people will get. When they were selling car for 7,000 naira, 7K, recharge card money, you know if you buy you phone for 2024. You know if you buy you shoe. More people could not buy car than the ones that could buy. So when they say they bought the land 7,000 naira, that time calculate how much the value of 7,000 naira was. So what am I trying to say in essence is, who are you getting your advice from? Is it someone who has done the process, rinsed and repeated it, and has continued being successful, or your parents who are giving you sentimental advice? If your mother's tithe was working for her, you will not need to feed her in old age. Because the people that worked abroad, their government pension is enough for them in old age. In Europe, Italy, Norway, France, in Canada, the pension of a person is enough for them to live well. Now, aside from the fact that they have money coming in monthly. They also have free train pass, free train ticket, free healthcare, free emergency this, free that. So not only is the money enough, they also have a lot of fringe benefits that make life easier for them. They did not get there through tithing, they got there through nation building. Your parents refused to build the nation. Instead, they tithed imaginary money they tithed real money to an imaginary source. The moment they stopped working, they realized that the tithe that they thought was working for them was actually not. Someone said they don't pay for prescription medication. I experienced that with my mother-in-law. She was sick once. They took her to the hospital and they gave her free meds. And she was even wondering that I didn't know. That's what we do for our elders. In Nigeria, who gives elders? That's why our life expectancy is 50-something years. Canada is 70-something. Japan is 80-something. Italy is 80-something years. So what is working for your parents, or what is not working for them, is the fact that they built or did not build their nation. You spent your resources building a real house for an imaginary God. A real house, a real church for an imaginary God. Because if you think that any God that you think you have to give money for him to bless you is an imaginary God, God does not need your money in any way or form to bless you. The Bible is clear. Even the wicked people he still blesses. Matthew chapter 5, read from verse 44. He gives his sunlight and his rain to the just and the unjust. How can you now tell me that because you are paying tithe you are favored? I have never ever paid tithe in the last 7 years. And am I going to look at myself and say I'm not favored? I can eat what I want to eat. I can walk into Gucci and buy original Gucci. I can take care of my children. I can drive around in my nice cars. And I don't pay tithe. One person that is doing carpenter work was telling me the other day that I should stop misleading people. You are on the top of the roof of my house that I'm paying you money for. I say, if I'm not paying for this roof where you need, I go say I'm wicked. I suppose leave it, make I not pay you. Make God where they tithe to make it pay you for that roof where they leak, where they knock. I was driving the other day to a client's project somewhere in Ekpe. All the estates were church estates. All the estates. As you see something, amen, you see something, you go know saying that church get all the estates. Not for, they are not building these communities for their people. They are not building these communities for their members. They are building them so that the pastors can use the proceeds to keep being rich. Building a big house that you live in is a very stupid investment. If you have the money, enjoy your money. It's like me going to stay in a hotel, in a suite in a hotel for 2 weeks. At the end of the day, when I'm leaving the hotel, when I'm checking out, they will give me some extra bill. Maybe I took something from the fridge. It's not like when I'm leaving the hotel, they now come and say, for staying in our hotel for 2 weeks, here is 3,000 pounds. I enjoyed myself. I relaxed. I had fun. I enjoyed my hard work. But it is not an investment. So living in a big house is not a bad thing. But don't ever let people trick you into thinking that you made an investment. You build something for your pleasure, your convenience, and your comfort. 3 things: pleasure, convenience, and comfort. Is not investment too. Now, if you bought the land in Banana Island when Banana Island first started, and then you built the edifice there, and then you pass on and your children want to sell the edifice, they will sell it for a couple $1,000,000. But that big house in the village is for your pleasure, your comfort, and your convenience, with little value when you are done with it. Then every 10 years you have to change the furniture, change the roof, change this. I know they maintain house. So my conversation with you exactly is, do you actually sit down to think these things through, or do you just copy what the previous generation did and hand it over to you? God bless you, Sabi. Sabi even raised the topic. You carry Yahoo money, go build house. Then you are now telling us that you invested the money. Am I doing Yahoo? Where do I want to see Yahoo money from? Am I going to go and dupe Gorgeous Polar and say, Gorgeous Polar, I have one business, 3 million naira, you will get 5 billion naira. If you give me the money now, I'll give you the money five months later. Then Gorgeous Polar is looking for me everywhere, cannot find me. I don't know how to do Yahoo. So what's the origin of the fund? Somebody said to me the other day, he said that if he's, you like wearing expensive watches, can they tell you the time Christ will come back? I said, you got it all wrong. A cheap watch tells you the time. A good watch, an expensive watch, tells people the value of your time. Let me break this down to you. This watch just has time. It doesn't even have dates. Just time. This is a cheap watch right here. Not so cheap. It's about $400, but it's cheap compared to other proper watches. It will tell you the time. Right up there, it has dates. It has chronograph, so you can even do stopwatch function. So this will tell you the time. This will tell you the value of my time. So when you call me up and say, Daddy Freeze, I need to talk to you, and I tell you that to talk to me for 1 hour is 250,000 naira. The bloggers that carry data, they did not lie. That's how much I charge. 250,000 naira for 1 hour. My time is valuable. This tells you the time. This tells you how valuable my time is. Let me ask you a question. You want to be rich. How valuable is your time? How valuable? Bill Gates' time has 24 hours a day. 24 hours every single day. Each of those hours is worth maybe $10 million or $5 million or $2 million, depending on the case. My own hour that I say I'm charging you 250,000, my hour is only 250,000. Elumelu's hour is probably 50 million naira. Dangote's 1 hour is probably $100,000. How much is your time worth? Instead of paying tithe, consider making your time more valuable. Give that a thought. Instead of giving money to a church business, have you thought of putting effort into yourself to the point where your time actually becomes more valuable? That's what your parents didn't teach you. They taught you hard work. Most of our parents were hardworking, extremely hardworking. I don't believe any of us had lazy parents. This generation is lazy compared to our parents' generation. But the difference between this generation and our parents' generation is this generation has learned how to work smart, not hard. Thereby making their time more valuable. Time management. When you go abroad, all of you that have worked abroad, Sabio, Gorgeous Polar, you know how valuable, if Oyinbo man pays you, how much they pay per hour in the UK or the US, I don't know. But that hour they pay you, you dare not be on the phone during that hour. You will put in exactly the value they expect of you for that 1 hour. Because their time is valuable. In Nigeria, you want to know how valueless time is, go to the civil service. You see people gisting with themselves, clapping their hands, selling marketing. Gorgeous people say you're at work now chatting because you have met the conditions you are supposed to meet in 1 day. Nigeria man, go to the average civil service, except of course the passport office. I went to Ikoyi passport office the other day. I was amazed. Now they have a new boss. Her name is Ojo. Wonderful lady. As in passport office, before you go queue, you go park, block road. I got there, I just saw one open space to park. I even think, so go to Koluloni. What, don't carry everybody around. Now I park the motor, cross the road, enter the passport office. That place where they write capturing, where you go sit down like this, 15 fan they blow, yet the heat now. I even carry mask go. Normally, passport office now, where I go wear mask, because everywhere go full. Everywhere come this scanty. Boom, boom, boom. They were attending to people. Even when we went to take capture, the machines were new. The people were so professional. I swear to God, every ministry in Nigeria needs to start emulating Ikoyi passport office. All the ministries in Nigeria, they need. As in, you don't get it. I was weak. Me that I expected, passport, you go there, now the whole day you go spend there, morning till night, then you come back the next day and spend another whole day. Then they will tell you one excuse or the other. Let me look for the lady, Ikoyi passport office boss. I think it's Adenike Ojo. Doing a fantastic job. As in, I was so impressed. Because I'm used to civil service in Nigeria. You just go there, people are chatting, eating granuts. Someone said they need this reform in the first stack division. I've not gone to first stack division before, but that Ikoyi, as in, you go to pray say make your passport expire so you go collect another one. It is that well organized. I must give it to them. So what am I saying at the end of the day? Time management. Instead of your parents to teach you to be giving money to God, they should have taught you how to manage your time. And you see, when they say manage your time, it doesn't mean work. It means work smart. It means who's your circle? Who are the people you hobnob with? What value and potential value do you have? Let me give you an example. There's Burna Boy, a big star, and there's Burna Boy, the upcoming star. Those that invested in Burna Boy, the upcoming star, are the ones enjoying Burna Boy, the big star. I'm just using that to give you an example. Jiga Collins said, if you cannot manage time, you cannot manage money. If you cannot manage time, you cannot manage money. I was driving past the Lekki Mosque yesterday and I saw a big inscription. And I thought about it. I said, who? They said, lavish spending is ingratitude. Be prudent. Lavish spending is ingratitude. If God gives you money, or if you're able to make money, show gratitude in the way that you don't throw that money around. Don't waste money. When you hear waste money, a lot of things come to your mind. You think, oh, buying a big car, an expensive car is a waste of money. Not necessarily. I have an exotic car. When I drive it to a hotel, they give me premium parking. Now them go even offer you say, I mean, they don't scratch your motor, come park in here. I'm sitting in my room and people are coming to eat in the hotel and they are seeing my car and they are calling me, Daddy Freeze, are you around? I can see your car. Come on, let's have a meeting. Inside where we are sitting down, we do 10 meetings. Inside the 10, one of them will make sense. Sometimes you are wasteful. Because like the servant in the Bible who went to bury his money in the ground, you are burying your money. Burying it in a property that is not going to add value to you and that in the future is going to require you to spend money on. Burying it in savings. Burying it in things that do not attract value to you. Then you now feel like God failed you. You are that pathetic servant. The one he gave 5, multiply the 5. The one they gave you, what did you do with it? How were you able to multiply it? How were you able to create a chain out of it? All you did was tie it to the ground. Oh yes, some of you go and buy expensive cars and you don't know how to use the expensive car to get anything. You don't know how to use you just want to own a Rolex watch because everybody else thinks a Rolex watch is valuable. You know that a Rolex watch is a conversation starter. There are people I talk to today that I would not have been talking to if it's not about watches. The reason why they like me, we are not on the same level. Me, I'm like this, they are like this. But because we wear similar watches, it has bridged the gap. Sometimes building your house in a certain area bridges the gap. Putting your children in a certain school bridges the gap. Flying a certain airline class bridges the gap. But are you able to utilize this bridge that you've bridged yourself? I was with an old aunt of mine. I was supposed to get a document. They said if I drove down to the office, I would pay 7,000 naira. But if they brought the document to my house, I'll pay 25,000 naira. And I was now telling the person that, say 25,000 opoju, you know, agree 23k. The guy come to tell me, say, lie, you know, go agree 23k, that 25,000 last. So I think go, my auntie come ask me, say, from 7,000 to 23,000. That's like 16,000 or 15,000 naira difference. Can't you just drive down and get it done? I remember the last time I drove down to get it done, it took me about 3 hours. The driving through and back, especially now that there's traffic because of the work they are doing in Ikoyi. Even though it's just around here, it will still be a backlog of traffic. Let me say to take me 30 minutes to go, 30 minutes to come back. Then the process is another maybe 2-3 hours. So let's just say the whole process is 3 hours. By the time I finish driving and driving back, I'll be exhausted, I'll be tired. I sat down and I thought about it. I said, is 1 hour of my time worth 15,000 naira? If I were to charge somebody for that 1 hour, I'll charge them 250,000 naira. I want to waste 3 hours, a potential 750,000 naira, to go and do something that will cost me 15,000 naira. Am I not a fool? Now, if I compared myself with my auntie that was giving me advice, her monthly salary is about 90,000 naira. 15,000 naira to her is a lot of money. It is not a lot of money to me, to the point where I will sacrifice my work, sacrifice my convenience, because I'm going to save 15,000 naira. That's advice coming in for you. Some people's advice, because they are not in your circumstance, they don't understand your circumstance, they will give you penny wise, pound foolish advice. Pastor Josh, how are you doing, brother? Look at somebody beside you and say this to them. Be careful, beware of penny wise, pound foolish advisors. In her mind, I'm saving 15,000 naira. In my reality, I'm losing a potential 750,000 naira because I'm chasing after 15,000 naira. The moment she told me that and I thought about it, I said, hey, brother, we are not even pricing again. Carry the 23,000 naira, go and get this thing done for me and deliver it to my house. Unless I must be there, there's no other choice. It's like the hospital says I should come, they want to run a blood test. I cannot say, hey, you, go just polar, go and give them your blood on my behalf. That one I have to go. So that one now becomes compulsory. But as long as I can pay for the convenience, it is not worth my time, unless the question is, what's your time worth? What is your time worth? If your time is worth nothing or next to nothing, save your money. But if your time is worth a lot, spend your money. This is some of the advice my parents would never give me. My parents believe I'm saving 15,000 naira. Sit down and ask yourself, for this 20,000, 100,000, 1 million naira that I'm saving here, what are my potential losses? Don't have just a narrow view of life. Have a better world view. Sabio said, what's your time worth? That depends on your skills. Skills is part of it. It depends on your knowledge. It depends on your connections. It depends, like someone who plays 1 hour of golf every day with top moguls and sits down to drink a beer with them is not wasting that 2 hours he's using to drink that beer. It is you that you are hopping bus to bus. You now stop over at a beer parlor and watch a Chelsea versus Man U match while drinking beer on credit. You are the one wasting your time. Those people play, those Chelsea footballers, if you know their salary, you will roll in the mud. While you are watching them drinking the beer you are drinking on credit, even the person who lost goal that day will still walk away with his weekly salary that is more than your whole village if they sell. Those people organizing the football game, they will show you an advert. Bleep the advert like this. Beep, beep, beep. The money they are making from that advert. The woman selling you the beer is making money. Let me break it down to you. The DSTV that is showing the football game is making money. The footballers are making money. The coaches are making money. The game itself, the stadium, the engineers, everybody, they are all making money. The woman selling you the beer is making money. But you are the only one in the equation that is drinking on credit. Now you be the Lori Buruku. So drinking beer for 3 hours It's not a waste of time. It depends on who you are drinking the beer with. If you are drinking the beer with fellow Eleribus, you are going to continue in the path of Eleribu. Inside that, when the beer don't enter your head, they will bring one girl. Tell you, say, this girl like you. The girl go sit down near you. The money where you no get, you go give her. You go bench and can't give her belly again. Can't enter bigger problem. But that same beer, your mates are drinking it on the golf course. The beer is definitely going to be more chilled. When they are done drinking, they are discussing projects. There was a time, I'll tell you a story. A friend of mine who was a comedian, big comedian, I'm not going to mention his name, was hanging out with the top echelon, the billionaires. And one of them was organizing an initial public offer. This was like 20 years ago. He was like a boy there, but just happened to be in their midst. So they were just talking about it, about, why are you 3 billion? Oh, just hold those shares for me, I beg. So they wind them, all of them, they wind themselves, they were just, so he was just there, kept quiet. They now left home. They now left for home. So that night, as he reached in house, he called back the billionaire. He says, sir, I don't have billions to invest, but I heard that conversation and I don't want to miss out on this. I can run around and raise 20 million naira this night. Can I bring it in? And the billionaire said, wow, I'm impressed. Bring it in. I said, we are going to run around that night, run to this person's house. I want to sell my car. Sold the Range Rover then. I think 10 million. Cash. Yeah, give me. Sold this, sold that. So I gathered that night. I gathered 20 million. Borrow, beg, sell, everything I could. Carry 20 million. I went to buy initial public offer at 70 kobo, if I remember clearly. When it first went public, it went public at around 3 naira. So he has already made 60 million. And him don't get in share certificates. So as he first go public like that, bola, in just first, that 20 million don't first turn 60 million. He sell them, remove the 20 million, pay who he was supposed to pay, managed to restore what he was supposed to restore. He had 40 million left. From that 3 naira, it dropped to 1 naira 25 kobo. He used the 40 million again to buy the remaining 1 naira 25 kobo. The thing now rose to 7 naira. That's how from one deal he made almost 120 million naira with an investment of 20 million naira because he was at the right place at the right time. Let me tell you something. Talk is different from conversation. Do you talk or are you part of conversations? They are doing the same thing. They are drinking beer. The one that is watching the match is drinking beer. The one that is playing golf is drinking the same beer. But one is talking, the other is having a conversation. Separate it. How many conversations do you have in a day? How much talk do you talk? Don't look at that freeze. I talk for a living. When I'm done talking here, I'm going to get paid. Even if it's £5 or $5 that somebody buys my stars or something, I'm going to walk away with something from this talk. I now want to put it to you. Are you walking away from the not regular talk you're having? Start tailoring your talk to conversations. Gist is fun. We can talk about anything. But at the end of the day, how much value are you adding to yourself when the conversation is over and they say, oh yeah, see you tomorrow? And that's one of the beautiful things about Nigeria. It's also done abroad, but abroad you have to have certain privileges and certain pedigrees before you can plug into conversations. In Nigeria, just be a member of Ikoyi Club and learn how to play golf. And be respectful and have a mentor. You'll be introduced into conversations. God bless you, Henry the Great. Be productive. There's one of the biggest things that our parents did not teach us. And apart from conversations and all that, this thing is called understanding and predicting the future. Understanding, predicting, preparing for the future. Understand it. You're able to predict it. First, prediction is first. Understanding is second. And then you are able to utilize the future. Be a part of the future. I'll give you my own personal experience. I remember when I started gravitating towards social media, away from the radio. I'm not even going to tell you the story of how I went into the radio in the first place, where nobody thought anything would come out of the radio. They thought I was mad. I saw the future in social media. I saw it. The bull run of blogging, when Linda Ikeji, Bella Naija, Stella Dimoko, Ladun Liadi, Ono Bello, they grabbed hold of the bull run in blogging. By the time I realized there was a bandwagon, it was too late for me to join. Those ones had entered it and they were making money. I looked at it. I started doing microblogging on social media. And I remember someone came on to me once and said, this thing you are doing, what's the future in it? And I saw the future in it. Sometimes I even blame myself that I did not utilize the future enough, but I saw it in it. And I was steadfast. I predicted it. I understood it. And I was able to utilize it. Now everybody is now on social media. They've spoiled everything for us. When I started pushing my Facebook page, Facebook was not officially in Nigeria, but we're pushing it. I wasn't making anything, but we're pushing it. AI is the future now. How prepared are you for AI? Energy is the future now. What did Tesla offer? Energy solution. That's what Elon Musk became, a billionaire or a super billionaire or the richest man in the world. Energy solution. The world is gravitating away from crude oil. I'm giving you two futures. One, artificial intelligence. My mother is already vice president of artificial intelligence practitioners in Nigeria. My old mama, 69 years old, don't plug in for Nigeria. How have you plugged in? Number two, energy solutions. How prepared are you for energy solutions? How can you plug in? I've given you two things that are the future. The world is either going to go electric or go towards electric and come back. That's where you now play kalu kalu. Am I going to play the kalu kalu with electric, or am I going to play the kalu kalu? When they go to this electric and they are not satisfied, they will come back to me and I'm waiting for them. God bless you, Sir Bio. Cybersecurity. That's how to make money. Our parents did not teach us how to predict the future. They taught us how to hold on to the past. That's why our parents are so dangerous. They taught us how to hold on to the past. They looked at their lives. They looked at the previous lives and saw that that was what was working, and they recommended it to you. Listen, it's good to be a doctor. It's a noble profession to be a doctor. But if you go into medicine to make money, you would realize that the energy solution providers and the cybersecurity experts and the AI people are going to be wealthier than you. Go into medicine because you love treating people. Go into law because you love the noble profession. If you want to make money in 2024, is either you tie that your medicine and your law to AI or to energy solution, if you are interested in making money, or you leave your passion and go and focus on what will make you money. God just Paul said life isn't all about money, and I agree with you 100%. But the reason why your father wanted you to be a doctor is not because he cared about whether you love medicine or not. It was because of money. So I'm taking that conversation to your parents. I'm taking that conversation to your parents. Do you think your parents wanted you to be a doctor because they thought you liked medicine? They wanted you to be a doctor so you could be successful. It was still the success conversation. Bill said, I know someone that failed from medical school today. She's into tech, doing 2 play jobs and getting over 500K. That's the future. Tomorrow, the future might not be tech, it might be something else. When Linda Ikeji went into blogging was the future. She went in early, caught it early, and ruled it while it lasted. So when somebody comes to you in 2024 and says paying tithe will make you successful, like a pastor said, he said he will close his Bible if you show me an unsuccessful person who does not pay tithe. Dangote, Elon Musk, Mike Adenuga, Bill Gates. I've given you 4 successful people that are more successful than you, sir, Mr. Pastor, and they don't pay tithe. So can you please close your Bible and maybe dust your CV and get a real job? I say this with no disrespect, but you have said, show me, and I am showing you. Respectfully, sir. So when Abel DAMINA made the statement, he said, that old man in the village that tithed all his life, why is he not rich? Somebody asked a brilliant question. God bless you for asking me this question. Ife Dinho. Is success based on money alone? In Nigeria, you cannot be successful and be poor. Abroad, you can be successful and be poor. In Nigeria, Nigeria is a country you don't want to be poor. Solomon Dalong, former minister, went to a hospital because he could not pay, or he did not have enough money to pay immediately. He almost died. Nigeria is not the country. In Nigeria, money is part of success. You must be successful. You must have money to be successful in Nigeria. Abroad, you don't have to. You can win a Nobel Peace Prize and dash out the money the next day, and you are successful. With £0 in your UK account, you can be successful. You can be successful in Canada with owing the bank for your house, owing the bank for your car, and you can still be successful in Canada. In Nigeria, if you don't have money, you are a failure. Hunger will beat you. You will be sick. You will not be able to get treatment. In this Nigeria, ogbodo lolo. Money is God in Nigeria. That money answered to all things does not work abroad. In Nigeria, money answers to everything you bring. Money will at least will give you one sort of answer. I'll take you a little step further. What is the church supposed to teach you? I don't know about Islam. Like every other religion, Islam, Buddhism, atheism. want to know what they're doing. But you see, Christianity, I understand. I understand the message of the cross. What's the message of the cross? Forgiveness, love, repentance. Do you know some of your parents fail to teach you the basic fundamentals of Christianity? Yesterday, somebody called me. You remember the story of the Moody's hair lady? Somebody called me and said, Daddy Freeze, did you hear the grievous curses that girl heaped on you? I said, I've forgiven her. The person said, no, Daddy Freeze. This girl cursed you. I said, I've forgiven her. She's my friend now. I want to see how I can even help her business in such a way that she's able to manage the interface between her clients and her supply and suppliers. I don't feel any type of way about it. She cursed me. I told her I didn't like it. She said she was sorry. We've moved on. That's Christianity. How many of you can teach that? I sat down today and I thought about it and I thank God. I said, God, I thank you for the fact that I was able to do what you told me to do. God did not promise me money. Neither did he promise you money. What he told us to do was to go. What he told us to do Sorry, I did live. No light for America. I go call you once I come. Wetin happen? Walmart. Make I show everybody for the world because I did live. I fit turn the camera to the people make them see because now I dey talk to you one on one. Wait small, make I order food first. Don't reach my time. Okay, order food, call me back. Okay. Na Samaria, she say she dey Walmart, light no dey for America. Baba Jackman, another story. We are dealing with the issues one by one. Can we come back to what I was talking about? They said a storm. Nigeria, small rainfall last night. Now why I no quick come preach for una be that? We dey wait make they restore the light. So what is Christianity? Lakeside, who watches my live, who is a known atheist, comes to my page. He's an atheist. Lakeside, if you're here, raise your hand. I cannot teach him about Christ because he's not willing to learn. But I can teach him about forgiveness, which is now indirectly teaching him about Christ. Hello? I can teach about forgiveness. Indirectly, I am teaching about Christ to somebody who doesn't want to learn about Christ. He doesn't want to hear that Christ died on the cross. He doesn't want to hear that Christ healed. He doesn't want to. And he's not willing to hear it. But he's willing to learn about the good in forgiveness. Sometimes the reason why you are not Christians is because your message is not about what Christ wanted you to talk about. It is about what you feel is important. We have so many churches that are telling you, bring your tithe, bring 10% of the money you have, bring this, bring that. How much better a person is this making you? He said, here, Lakeside just said, he said, he doesn't exist, bro. There's no point learning about those deities. And I respect your view. And I'm not going to teach you about him. but I'm going to teach you about a value that will add value to your life, like forgiveness, like mercy, like kindness, like love. The moment I teach you about love, the moment I teach you about forgiveness, the moment I teach you about mercy, and you accept these teachings, you're accepting Christ. I'm not trying to teach you brand Christianity, Coke versus Pepsi, Redeem versus Winners. That's brand identity, brand ideology. To teach brand ideology, you have to put a caveat. You cannot be God's team unless you give your life. No. How do you give your life? By obeying the principles Christ instilled. The Canadians obey the principles. The Japanese obey the principles. The only people who don't obey the principles are the very people who are supposed to be the upholding force for these principles, the Christians. That is why Gandhi said, I love your Christ. In fact, come live for my Instagram. Come live for my Instagram. I did live for Instagram. Come live for my Instagram. Come live for my IG. It's even better. Someone said abroad, if you go to church, it's because you love God. In Nigeria, you go to church because there are things you need God to do for you. And that's how your parents taught you to serve God. And you see, you carry that mentality and take it everywhere. What can Nigeria do for me? The American has the mind of, what am I going to do for America? People willingly went into a war that made no sense to protect their country in Vietnam. You are taught from a young age that America is God's own country, the greatest America, and nowhere else. Nigeria, our useless country. Let me tear the passport and let me run to Canada. Samaria, I've sent you a request. Accept.
Please,
Where you did?
Please, look, we are queuing for food. I'm in Walmart because we had like a tornado yesterday and thunderstorm. So, the lights are out. We didn't sleep with lights yesterday, and so people are here queuing for food. At least something cooked at Walmart. So those of them that have solar, you see the queue. And they come out.
Wow.
Yeah, if you go outside, you see the trees are all, broken. I mean, it's just crazy out there.
Have you collected? Can you show us some of the trees? Have you collected your own food?
And right now, we can't even do anything because you can't cook. You can't use the internet. There's no lights, You can't, most gates are not working. Hey.
Wow. Well, I hope
the queue is so much.
I hope your house is okay. You are okay.
I've been here for like,
I hope your house is okay. You are okay.
Oh, yeah, the house is okay. Yeah, I'm fine. I wasn't home when it happened yesterday, but I left home almost 11 o'clock last night.
Wow.
Because
wow.
Some of the street lights are out, so you have to wait for your turn to keep going. But, people behave very well anyway, so the traffic was well controlled.
Okay, this is happening in Texas, right? Or Houston, Texas.
Okay.
Houston, Texas. This is happening in Houston, Texas right now. Okay. Stay safe.
I thank you for my son. Have you made the life job? Let me eat fast food today.
Hey. The whole America, make una take care. Una the experience, waiting with the experience regularly.
I can't even hear you because it's noisy here. I don't have my earphone.
Oh, okay. I'm just trying to say stay safe. Can you show us around? Can you show us the trees that fell down?
How the road is,
Let me type you a WhatsApp message. I want to type you a message.
Okay.
Maybe you can read. Can you read WhatsApp, or do you want me to type in the comment section?
Okay.
WhatsApp. Can you see WhatsApp?
I'll check.
All right. Show us the trees that fell.
Bye.
All right. Take care.
Oh, here.
Thank you so much for the updates.
Okay. Let me continue on my queue.
All right. All the best. Omo na wow. Na wow. So, back to the conversation we're having. First of all, if you are around the Houston area, let me hear from you. Let's talk about this a little. If you're around Houston area, Sabio said it's climate change. If you're around the Houston area, please stay safe. Give us your update. What exactly is happening? What exactly is happening? If you're around Houston area or Texas in general, New Jersey is far. You're on the other side, if I'm correct. East snowstorm, south tornado, west wildfires, natural disasters everywhere. Now, so our pastor they could predict them. Someone say make they use generator. How many people get generator for America? Even me where I did Nigeria, where light no they are not get generator. Over 900,000 houses lost power. Okay, I want to end with an appeal. Someone said Dallas is still sunny right now. Okay, let's hear that. Let's hear that. Dallas. Someone said they're good in Atlanta. Thank you so much. Okay. Rockefeller.
Okay. Okay, hold on.
Turn the camera around. It shows your books.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to change this.
It's okay. You're back to the books.
Oh.
Flip the camera. Those two arrows going around like this beside the camera icon. Don't they show us your shoe now?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Just a second.
Yeah. Wisconsin is good. Another Samsung. Yeah.
Okay.
Brother.
Good
Yes.
morning, Daddy Freeze.
How are you doing? What part of America are you in?
I'm in Dallas.
Oh, wow. Not far from Houston.
Yeah, not far from, just about like 4 hours from Houston. So Dallas is sunny right now. And the weather is still good, right? But there was a thunderstorm. Actually, that was 2 days ago here too, but it wasn't that like that strong.
Oh, okay. Have you ever experienced a tornado before?
No. Here in Dallas, no.
Okay. Thank you so much for your contribution and your
You're welcome.
input. I'm looking for people in that part of the country of the US so they can share more light on or shed more light on this. Anybody else? Anybody else?
All right.
Thank you
All
so
right.
much,
Thank you, Daddy
brother.
Freeze.
Thank you so much, brother.
All right.
God
Bye-bye.
bless you. Thank you so much, brother. Canada people, I'm not picking your call now. No be Canada gist be this. Now Houston, Samaria Day. I know that for a fact. Okay, someone says I'm in Houston. All right, let's hear from you. And then I can round off. Okay, another Houston here. Go live. Hello, brother. Another Samsung user. The phone is turned upside down again.
Hello, Daddy Free.
Hello, brothers. How are you doing?
Good to be live with you, man.
I can't see your face, so now that same Samsung problem. No, I can see the other gentleman's face.
I go switch now. Make I switch to my other phone.
Okay. I saw Samsung get problem. The thing where this thing show Samaria that day. All right, brother. You are in Houston.
Yeah.
All right. What is going on in Houston right now?
Right now there's places without power. So the tornado kind of think of Houston like this. You know, you have Northwest Houston, Northeast, Southwest, Southeast. So the tornado took a path through the Northwest and I think it went Southeast. So places like downtown Houston are really messed up. So traffic lights all over the place, some office buildings, their glass is completely knocked out. People are struggling to move. Houston police had to block 1 or 2 places. So me personally, when it started, I was in Cyprus. I was trying to mount a TV. And then I looked outside and the cloud just went really, really dark. You know, almost like it resembled rapture small. So, and then it came around, it knocked some things over. Someone had a trampoline in their yard, it flipped it over and all. So, and in all of this, some people were still doing work because there are people still building house, they were still constructing. So that happened for around 30 minutes, but by 7:30 p.m., a lot of it died down, and all you just see is debris, you know, flying trees and all that. So, good thing the fatalities too weren't too much. I think that's because at that time, people just happened to be at home. They didn't expect it, but they were at home. So, no, it was better safe than sorry for them. So that's the situation now. So the power company, Centerpoint, is working tirelessly to restore power. But I'm lucky where I am, power is slowly coming back. The internet is up. So that's the situation out here.
Lucky you. The power is back for you. You people must be in Daboski's people. That's why you have the powers.
I don't understand. This, you see, you can go out of Nigeria, but some things you saw in Nigeria, some way, somehow, you just get to experience them here. 2 years ago, there was a snowstorm, right? And for a while, in how many years did I get to see people fetching water inside the bucket and lining up, just as we did back in secondary school days? But I mean, I thank God everything is stabilized now.
Oh wow, Nigeria for it like 6 months before it stabilized. I remember where I grew up for Arimo Ibadan. Once transformer spoil like this, 6 months we no get light. 6 months we no go get light.
Yes, and that's the thing out here. One thing I like that they do is their power grids are designed to be easily maintained. So in case you fall, in case anything happens, in case the power line falls down, they can easily get it back up to speed. I think it takes about 3 to 6 hours to repair a power line. But once that thing is done, it will cut the power demand by half or so. Yes. That's about it. So where you saw Samaria, I'm not sure what part of Houston she actually is, but yeah, people are rushing to get supplies, get their flashlights, get what else? Get fuel. I mean, it was a bit of a struggle we lined up a little bit, but the queue moved, and then serve yourself and then get out of there.
Thank you so much for this update. Thank you so much, everyone. Guys, stay safe. Do you know where the path is? Do you know where this hurricane is heading?
I am not sure, but I know it's out of Texas, sure. It's this area, so it probably ended off the what was that place called, the Gulf of Mexico, just right there out of the, because Houston is near the Atlantic Ocean, so going to the Gulf of Mexico, then Atlantic Ocean. So I think it's dissipated there.
Thank you so much for the update. God bless you, brother. Guys, if you're in Houston, stay safe, be careful. Power soon be restored, and of course internet to be restored. That's one of the beautiful things about living in God's own country. Take care, my brother, and God bless you.
Thank you. You too.
All right, guys, let me end this message, but with a plea to us. I have a Free Nation member who is currently going through rehab. And personally, I've contributed on my own, but I would really like if they need about 1.2 million for the treatment. And I would really like if we can assist. The money is going to go straight to the hospital. It's not going to go to anyone's pockets. And I would really like it if we all can chip something in and assist. I think so far I've done about $500,000 on my own, and a lot of people don't like supporting people who have substance issues because they believe it's a fowofa. But you see, it's not easy. It's not easy, or it's rather easy for us to judge other people in their weakness than for us to be strong for them. So if you're willing to help, you see, someone said, who's the person? I don't want to disclose the person's identity, because when you're dealing with, one of the things you need is to protect the people who are going through these kinds of issues. So whatever it is that you can help us with, I would rather not disclose, because it's do you know how many celebrities I'm privy to the fact that are going through this crisis? And Nigeria right now, Nigeria is why did this guy start this? Frustration, not being able to get a job, bad company. So please just write rehab if you want to make any donation to this particular cause. I'm going to talk about it even to the weekend. We hardly do this, but only me alone if you handle them. The Free Nation account is 101-1416. I've forgotten this account because I know they announced before, when they announce them regularly. Free Nation. Free the Sheeple Ministry. Sheeple. I can't find the account too. Sheeple. Okay, Free the Sheeple Ministry. 101-642-6338 Zenith Bank. 101-642-6338 Zenith Bank. I'm gonna copy. Oops, I shouldn't have said that on TikTok Live. TikTok, no, they like. Make I just lock my TikTok mic. TikTok, no, they like. Make that they announce. I'm gonna post it right here. I'm gonna pin the account right here. Let me pin the account. That's it. Oh no. Okay, Son of Yuku has helped. God bless you, Son of Yuku. Let me just pin what Son of Yuku typed. That's it. Pin. All right, that is it right there. 101-642-6338. Zenith Bank Free the Sheeple Ministry. Just write rehab. So we know that this is going to rehab. Initially, I thought it was something I could handle on my own, but there's a celebrity. I'm not going to mention the celebrity's name. The doctors have given that celebrity about 6 months because of substance-related organ shutdown. When I heard that, it was a close friend of mine that disclosed this with me. There's a particular celebrity. You're just going to hear 6 months to a year from now that the person passed. Mark it down. It's a popular celeb. You understand? I'm probably going to tell 1 or 2 people who are close to me who the person is, but I cannot say it publicly because I'm not privy to this information. So when I heard that, I said, you know what, I need to double up. Let's not lose this person. Someone said me they carry the celeb go do meje. Oh Gabio, you know, say all these things, you know, Simplific, how you doing, brother? And no, it is not Timaya. So rest. It's not Timaya. So someone says I know the celeb. I'm not gonna verify anything to anybody. I'm not gonna. But you see, it's a popular celeb. A lot of celebs have this problem right now. A lot of celebs have this substance issue right now, and whether you like it or not, so people are trying to send me direct message to verify. People are trying to send me this message to verify who the celebrity is. I'm not going to tell you. The celebrity is not a musician. So let's start from there. But like I said, there's nothing that God cannot do. Sometimes doctors will say things and at the end of the day, another thing would happen. But it is a really scary. Is it based on substance? Absolutely. I'm not going to Mike. Some people are guessing towards there, but I'm not going to answer publicly. And the person is not a skit maker. I'm narrowing it down for you. I'm not going to tell you guys. Make I can't enter trouble. The person will go talk about one celebrity this month. They go use police TP cam. So I can just tell you one celeb. That's it. Nothing I go confirm for anybody. So you guys need to understand that this is really a very serious matter. And a friend in need is a friend indeed. Sabio, you are going along the line, but it's not that popular. It's popular, but not that popular, but quite popular. And I don't want to tell you the gender of the person, because once I tell you the gender, you start to narrow it down. The person is not a radio presenter. And the person is not old. The person is more not younger generation, but more a bit my generation. Someone say short or tall. Nothing concern me with that one. I don't they give you the good. I say person no be radio presenter, you say na ada. Not be only Ada. Now Adam self. So that is it. Brume, I see you, brother. I see you, brother. I can only verify to people like Ada Blessing that I know. Ada Blessing is like a bank. Anything you tell her, she know they talk. Now only people like Ada Blessing now if he talk. And I go tell her in person. I don't go talk her for phone. And I don't go talk her. So now only if Ada want hear the dish, go drive motor come my house. Or go sit down like this, I go seize her phone. Someone came very close to getting the answer. Very, very close. But it's not that person. But very close. But I'm not going to tell you who it is. God forbid, no be nice gist too, because the person doesn't have much time left. But I no go talk. Someone said 55 to 66, 56, younger than 50. Younger than 50. Everybody, as in, and they see all kinds of names. People they mention older than 30. So I've ruled out some people. Younger than 50, older than 30. The person no be comedian. I've brought it even closer. So that's it. So guys, please, if you want to assist, the person has to be in the person's going to need more than 1 month in rehab, and rehab is not cheap. So the account is there pinned 101 642 6338. 101 642 6338. 101 642 6338. Zenith Bank, free the sheeple ministry. Somebody said 10K to share, to say the name. Send the $10K to my account. I will say the name to you one-on-one. Someone says, how can we assist when we don't know the person? No problem. Assistance is not by force. Someone said, but for the name, if you pray for the person, no need for prayer. No need for prayer. Pray for the person in your heart. Someone said, now me as I did like this, apart from Budweiser and Guinness and ECU, I know they drink, I know they use anything, so no worry. Someone said, I don't get respect, thank you for it. Say $10K. So let's end it here. The person that we're seeking support for is a member of the Free Nation, and they're going through a serious substance crisis. And if you have it in your heart to help in any way or form, please send whatever it is that is laid into your heart to send to 101 642 6338 Zenith Bank. 101 642 6338 Zenith Bank. Free the Sheeple Ministry. Thank you all so much. We're going to talk about this during the weekend. And God bless you. I'm no longer talking about the celebrity issue. I've just mentioned it in passing. Let's let that rest. The only person I said I was going to tell was Ada Blessing. Any day I see her one-on-one, and we're sitting down, and we're drinking, Ada probably already knows. I'm suspecting Ada was there when the conversation happened. Ada, you know, Abi, you don't know. I think Ada was there when we were. Ada already knows. Ada, answer me. Ada, are you here? Ada, don't run. Ada knows who the person is. Ada told you already. Very good. I don't think Ada is around. Ada don't they run. They hide. Someone said, wait, so Ada drinks. I've given her wine before. I'm forced her to drink it. Ada doesn't like the smell or the taste of alcohol. But knowing me and my bad influence in people's lives, I've given her a glass of, what did I give her that night? Was it wine, I think? Ada told me yesterday night, very good. So since you have the information, you have joined us. Remy is usually busy around this time. She went to pick her kids from school. Someone said Ada drank tequila. I don't know. Maybe she did though. She has drank tequila before in my presence once. But I think apart from tequila, Ada doesn't really drink. And she doesn't even eat food plenty like that. All right, guys, thank you all so much. Thank you for those who agreed to support. God bless you all. And I think I'm going to do a series on tithing tomorrow. Instead of telling you about the logical side of it like we did today, we'll probably just do a whole biblical session on it. If you're up for it, remember to join us live. God bless you all. I love you guys so much. Take care, and I see you same time tomorrow. I'm going to come back later so we can have some gist. Take care. God bless you guys. If you send any support, do send me the receipt so I know what the support came in for. Thank you, Henry the Great. Josh Esek. God bless you guys. Bye-bye.